I also have run across many, many people who, and the science supports this, who really don't get over their heartbreak. I mean, I think like 10 to 15% of people continue to have a lot of struggle after, after an event like a grief, a death, a heartbreak. And those are the people who are sort of skewing the statistics, which indicate, in fact, that divorced people do die younger, they do get sicker. And it's probably because of this kind of 10 to 15% of people who continue to have health and emotional issues after the heartbreak. So that's why it's really important, I think, to get these messages out there to sort of speed people along and give them some hope and help them think about rewriting their narrative. For me, I end up kind of putting the heartbreak cure into sort of three big baskets. And we've kind of talked about them, but I'll put them together in summary. One is this calming down piece. So however you do that, whether it's through breathing or meditation or yoga or walking in the woods or being with your friends. So that's the first piece, is the calming down. And then the healing can start to happen, which really consists of two big parts. And one is this connection piece. So that's where you can connect in a more deep and authentic way to the people who will help you and make you feel safe, and supply those positive inflammation changes that we talked about. And then the third and final piece is this connection. We did calm, we did connection, and then it's the purpose and meaning piece. So what lessons can you take from this adverse event, right, moving forward, that can help you and ideally help others? And this is, what we sometimes often hear referred to as post-traumatic growth or post-adversity growth. And this is, in fact, where the real magic can happen, where the scars, in your heart can actually make you a better, stronger, more capable of loving person.
I think that's really beautiful. I love that. And the other thing that always interested me was, the experience of emotion. So some people are afraid of experiencing grief, but then if they don't, it's like a river. I heard this expression somewhere. So a river, furrows out a groove in the rock. And it's like grief furrows out this groove in the rock so that you can then experience joy. And I think there's this juxtaposition between the more you can experience certain emotions, even if they're negative ones, the more you'll be able to experience positive emotions. It's sort of the people who flatline, who are scared to go there. They're scared to experience the negative emotions, and then they won't have the level of, heightened joy that other people can access. So I think that's a really lovely way to look at it. And do you think that 10 to 15% of people who never get over their sort of heartbreak, is it because they're unable to learn these lessons that you talk about, or is there something else at play?
Who knows? I think it's probably a multi-layered kind of condition where, yes, we are taught in our culture to try to numb, right, our feelings. I think that's a huge part of it. One of the huge surprises and lessons for me was that it's kind of wonderful to feel these feelings, even the negative ones, because they do ultimately make us feel more alive. And that ultimately makes us feel more connected, right, to other people, which is kind of the secret super fuel. So in those people, they may have experienced childhood trauma or other traumas that make it harder for them to trust opening up and to trust the connections with others. And so I still think there's hope for people like that, but it's going to maybe require more therapy and maybe more dramatic experiences of, for example, awe. Yeah. We do know that in people who have experienced post-traumatic stress, that sometimes the psychedelics can actually provide incredible breakthroughs. And as well as, these kind of wilderness and nature experiences. So I do think there's hope, but I think that we need to take heartbreak seriously. Yep. We need to resist the urge to numb and the urge to sort of self-isolate.